we move on to our next news. The Israeli army has denied reports of mass casualties at a Gaza aid distribution center. Army spokesman Efi Defrin called the claims lies and accused Hamas of spreading propaganda to block humanitarian aid. He said the military is targeting terror infrastructure while maintaining control on the ground. Defrin also said the army would present future plans to Israel's political leadership as operations continue to bring hostages home and dismantle Hamas rule. The comments come amid global concerns over civilian impact in Gaza as the war pushes on. The IDF insists its goals remain hostage return and eliminating Hamas control. Here's what the Israeli army spokesperson had to say.
הדיווחים על היקף ההרוגים הנרחב, לכאורה, במתחמי החלוקה הם שקרים. זוהי תעמולה נוספת של ארגון הטרור חמאס, כחלק מתוכניתו הרחבה לפגיעה בחלוקת הסיוע. אנחנו משמידים את תשתיות הטרור באופן שיטתי ויסודי, תוך שמירה על אחיזה יציבה בשטח. אנחנו מייצרים הישגים לטווח ארוך ומונעים את חזרת חמאס לבסיסי כוחו.
Now we are joined back by our guest Rohan Gunaratna, he's an international affairs expert. Thank you, Rohan, for staying with us. With the IDF branding casualty claims as lies and propaganda, and now Hamas accusing Israel of blocking aid, what independent mechanisms or UN investigators like NGO field reports can reliably cut through the fog of war and establish what actually happened at the distribution center?
You're very good in what you just now mentioned. What is important is to develop a very clear picture of what is happening. At this point, I can assure you, looking at the deaths, about a few hundred people have died in the food distribution centers. Who has conducted those attacks? Certainly the Israeli military will not deliberately kill civilians unless there's a very real threat to Israeli troops or to the lines of control that Israel has established. We are seeing that other than Hamas, Islamic Jihad and other terrorist groups, there are also tribes and other organizations operating there. So there should be an independent mechanism to verify how the civilians died and whether the figures mentioned by the Ministry of Health of Gaza is accurate, because the Ministry of Health is controlled by Hamas, and Hamas is notorious for propagating false numbers. So there should be an independent mechanism to verify and validate that information. One also must never forget that Hamas has a reputation of hiding behind churches, mosques, schools, and hospitals, and also building an underground city under buildings that are occupied by civilians. So all these civilian deaths, Hamas has to take the responsibility for it.
Thank you, Rohan, for sharing that insight. You will stay with us as we stay in